Hello once again, my friends, my fellow Star Trek friends, in particular, Star Trek The Next Generation. It's been a while since we've been doing the Enterprise D from Eaglemoss. And the last shipment was shipment number 19. We had issues 71, 72, 73, and 74. So this is about the halfway point, give or take. And what I want to do in this video is I want to give you guys kind of an update on what we have so far. The progress on the ship and some of the extras that they had sent, as well as keeping track of all the issues. So I'm going to show you guys the table that I'll be working on now as the model grows. All right, let's kind of go over everything in a nutshell, what we got so far. Again, we got issues through 1 through 74. As you can see, when they're laid out like this, there are quite a few. Everything before issue 5, if you remember, they were in those large kind of cardboard-backed packaging. So those didn't really have the cards. They switched over around issue 5, where they have the plastic bags and they have the card with the issue number in the top sleeve. So going over some of the extras so far. Like I said, this is just about halfway through the build. And let me show you guys, we got the case that they had sent us. And this is the whole screws and all the extra parts. So let me show you guys the way I have mine organized. First compartment, I put all the extra DM screws, and we have the extra DP screws in the next one. Then come the CP screws, and these screws are the GM. We don't have too many of those. The BP we've had a lot of. The BM we've had quite a bit of. Going over, we have the EM, and we have the FM. And again, the last number on these screws indicate whether it's going to go into metal or plastic. So we have AM screws and the M, meaning that the screws are going to go into metal. We have the AP screws, and some of the lesser used, we have the CM, we have the EP, and finally, if I can get it out of the container for you, we have the IM screws. So those are all the screws that we have that are extra. Now I do have some extra parts. You guys remember, this was the original part that they sent for the nacelle. Actually, let me put this to the side a minute, and I'll show you. So you guys remember when it came to the nacelle, we got the top half first, and we were issued this. Now this was clear, and I guess they decided to change it because at some point we were issued a correction. So this went just behind the Bassard collector, and it went from clear to solid. Let's see what else we have in here for the... I think that's the only correction. I have some extra lights, and I got an extra circuit board, but that's only because they actually had sent me the wrong issue, and I had to correct it. They sent me one twice instead of going to the next number. You can see we also have some extra escape pods. Might not be a bad idea, just in case. And we got extra windows. We got the dark room lights, the light room lights. That was for the top of the saucer section, and this is what we got so far for the bottom. Now the bottom ones, the windows, are longer than they are on the top. Again, this was sent in error in an extra shipment, so I'm not saying that you guys should have that so far. These are extras, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I put them into my case. So this was the case that we had gotten to keep track of all the screws and all the extras. And what's nice about this is every time they give you a screw, let's say you're going to need 4 screws. they'll give you 6. They always give you 1 extra, so that's good to have. I had shown you guys a while ago the extras. The shipment, we got the t-shirt, and not that long ago we got the display stand. The display stand, it's a tripod, and it's got like a cardboard sign that goes over. Well, let me just show it to you. All right, because I did a video specifically for this. I'm not going to take out the whole thing and set it up. I am going to show you guys the cardboard that it came with, so I can put this back. Because this is kind of a weird setup. Alright, let's put that like that for now. Let's put that back. Okay. It comes with a cardboard sign, or a cardboard sheet, that actually wraps around the tripod. And again, I had ordered the deluxe light up version of the base, but I guess they still send this one out to everybody just because it's going to be useful to put the ship on as it's being built. So we have some of the extras that we got so far. So I've shown you guys the shirt. When it comes to the binder, let me show you guys the binder. We had gotten this a while ago, and I don't know if they're going to send us another binder, but mine is pretty full. Matter of fact, there was only 11 that I was able to fit in here. So let's go through with you guys. I also did a video on how to put the magazine issues into the binder. So if you want to check that out, what I did was I did a playlist for the entire series so far for the Build the Enterprise from Eaglemoss. And I did all the unboxing videos separately, and I did all the build videos, and I did all the extras that we had gotten. So if you want to check it out, to this point, it starts all the way back at issue 1. You can see a lot of the earlier ones. And again, I've gone through the entire magazine. So I've gone through every episode up till date. The most recent one being the issue 19. And I had just done that one. But this is part of the fun part. Look at the Stargazer. Really nice. Incidentally, I'm waiting on a Stargazer from Eaglemoss. I had pre-ordered that. But anyway, this binder, at least with me, I was able to go up to, I think it's 11? Yeah. Issue number 11, or shipment number 11. And then I wasn't able to fit any more. So I don't know if they're going to send it automatically, or if I have to specifically request an order. But since then, I've had issues 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. So I could fill up another binder halfway. So those are the issues that we've gotten. And let me show you. Each magazine, it shows you the number of the shipment or issue. And then each number on these separate little issues are the number that's going to work towards, I think it's 120 to complete, or 124, somewhere around there. But each one gives you the parts list first before it goes into the build, and it'll show you a parts list for every section or issue that you have. Then it'll go into the stage assembly of that number, and one of my favorite parts is it goes into the series itself, and we get to see little tidbits in behind the scenes. And that's with every issue I've shown you. And again, I've shown you every single one from 1 to 19. We've gone through the complete magazine. And again, with the issues, we got 1 through number 74. So What do we have built so far with issues 1 through 74? Okay, let me show you. I briefly showed you the nacelle, and I believe this is the starboard side nacelle, excuse me, but I don't think it really matters. You can see the Aztecing, and it's got its own switch. Each section that we're going to be doing has its own switch. Just like the battle section, you can see it's got its own switch, and this one runs on a coin type battery. You can see the light, the blue lights that go all the way around. So this is really, really pretty. And this is one of the few completed sections that we have. Very nice. And again, it's got its own switch and its own power source. So moving on, the next section that we have that's actually finished and lights up is the battle section. And it actually feels like we did the battle section a while ago. You can see Enterprise. Look at that, the Aztecing. And we got the battle bridge area, the docking, and you can see there's a switch. And when a switch goes on, you get that beautiful lighting effect for all the windows. We've got the part of the impulse engine lit up. We've got the back of the ship. Absolutely beautiful. And we've got the two the blinking port and starboard beacons as well. And you guys can see we got the switch right there. So this is one of the few sections that we have done. Okay, so in one of the sections that we had made a while ago, we're going back, I don't know if this is the first or second shipment, but we actually did the deflector dish. We had put this together a while ago and to be put aside. Now what we're going to do with this is we're going to actually put it into one of the newer frames that we have. Let's see how it's going to go. If it's going to go, I think it's going to go like that. You can see the screw sections. They're going to go onto the posts. And I'm pretty sure it's going to go like that. But that's the deflector dish. And more than likely, it's going to go into this circuit board that we had put in. Let's see, I'll show you a better shot of it. Again, the power supply is going to go there. And let's see, the deflector dish, as with most, the pin, it's got 4 pins on the clip. So, we had done this one briefly. We had put these pins in, and we had put the circuit board in. So this was pretty brief. The last section we had worked on in shipment number 19 is the aft end of the ship on top of the secondary hull, or at the aft end of the secondary hull. You can see the nacelle pylon, and we had put those little swoop caps on them. You can see the transporter emitters, and hopefully you guys can see the Aztecing, how nice that looks. And the last video that I had done for you guys, we actually tested this, showing you the bottom. You'd see we had put the lights in. I think these are going to be blinking lights at the bottom, but I'm not sure. And we put this plastic section onto the metal frame that we had, and the tape came off a little bit, but they gave a little bit of tape to keep all the wires kind of from going crazy. So that one is the one that we did, the latest version. So this is what we're officially up to. We also did work on the primary hull. So let me show you guys first on what we already finished on the primary hull. And I want to make sure that the power supply doesn't fall out. So I don't know where I can put it, unless I try to put it underneath. I don't want to jam it, but the section that we left off on, we had done this section in shipment number 19. Okay, where's the switch? Now I got a good idea. A friend of mine actually put some blue tape on the switch to keep track of it. And you know, I think that's what I'm going to do next time we do our next section. I'm just going to figure out, here it is. And if it all is correct, you flip the switch and everything goes on. But what I want to do is again, I don't want this to just fall out. So let's try putting it over there. And I'm going to gently flip the primary hull over. So why don't I go ahead and I'm going to try to put the light out. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So let's put out the light. And you guys can see how cool this looks. I mean, this just looks so amazing. Matter of fact, this reminds me of the end of Generations, when she crashes on a planet. It kind of comes in like this. And this thing is very heavy. Very heavy. You can see the back, where the shuttle bay is, shuttle bay 1. You can see where the bridge area, B and C decks. Just absolutely gorgeous. You can see all of the escape pods. There are a lot. So the top part, and interestingly, we're going to be getting stickers to put the markings on. Some of the areas have the stickers on, the markings already, but the primary hull does not. You can see. Let me put the light back on so I can show you the circuit boards. All right. So on the inside of the primary hull, actually, I don't want to waste the batteries. Where is the switch? Here it is. All right, let's put that off. We actually have 3 circuit boards under the section that we've been working on. There's another one. There's one in the middle, and there's one up here that's mostly empty. You guys can see all the framing and the work that we have done. And that's the primary hull. And this thing was pretty heavy. You know, I bet you it already weighs about 5 pounds. Now, 5 pounds isn't that much, but try extending your arm and holding 5 pounds out and see how long you can hold it. But as of right now, that's everything. And the most recent issues we've had were 72, 71, 72, 73, and 74. And you can see on each card, we got some info on the back, Eaglemoss, and it shows you the number, the collection. And that is, like I said, this is everything up to date. If I'm missing anything, I'm sure some people out there will remind me. But I think I have everything. We got the shirt. We have all the posters and stuff that's underneath the binder. And I have that with all of my individual invoices. So I'm not going to show that on camera, but I did that during the first unboxing, shipment 1. We had those posters. It's got the poster that's actually full size. And that's everything as of right now. This is, let's see, this is June, I want to say, I'm not sure, June 14th. I could be wrong, I probably am on a date, but somewhere around there, 2022. And I had pre-ordered this, so as soon as they started distributing, we've been doing this build. So like I said, this is about halfway through it. We're at issue number 74. And again, I believe there is 124, I want to say. I will put the right number up on the screen if I'm wrong, but I think it's around that area. So we're a little more than halfway. So you see we've got the primary hull, we've got the top of the saucer section finished, we got a quarter or maybe just a bit more than a quarter done on the bottom of the primary hull. We got the battle bridge, we got the saucer pylon section is all done, as is the starboard side nacelle. We've got that all finished. And for those of you wondering, each section that we've worked on will have its own power supply and its own switch. It's not like it's going to plug in and you just flick one switch and all of it lights up. The way it's been going is it started back with the battle bridge section, where you have the batteries in here, and you can see actually over here where the battery housing is, and it's got its own switch. So once we started with that, the trend has been that everything is going to have its own power source. And the other part that we finished was in the nacelle, and you can see it's got the same thing. And so far, the primary hull, we've got the little power supply that we were using up until that point as a tester for things. That's in, and the primary hull is going to have its own switch, and I'm pretty sure the secondary hull will have its as well, its own switch. But that's everything, my friends. This is the halfway point in everything included in the Eaglemoss Star Trek: The Next Generation. Build the U.S.S. Enterprise NCC-1701. And again, this is Eaglemoss Hero Collector. I hope you enjoy my videos up to this point. I hope you're enjoying the series. And if this is the first time you see my channel, then I invite you to go check out my playlists. I have unboxing videos of everything, going back from 19 back to shipment 1. And I have a separate build video going from shipment 19 all the way back to shipment 1. And I invite you to check it out, catch up. If you're interested in buying this, I like to show everybody everything that's included in this build. So my friends, again, thank you so much for watching. And until the next video, when I see you guys in shipment 20, live long and prosper.